1998, she posited one of the most timeless gems in Jamaican gospel music.
Hold my hand today.
But soon lost much of the glory generated by the song to a mysterious illness. And it's only now, 19 years later, that she returns to the Jamaican stage and is our very special guest right now, right here on stage. We're talking about Glacia Robinson. Glacia, so good to have you.
It's such a pleasure to be here.
Welcome, welcome.
You.
Should I also be welcoming you home?
Yes, yes. It's been 19 years, as you just said.
Yes.
Yes, and it's such a joy. My heart is just saturated with gratitude just to be on the shores of my country again. It's just...
So you didn't visit during this 19
No, I didn't.
years?
I didn't visit.
So what kept you away? Why?
Well, based on the illness I had, it took me a long time because you said I was sick. As you said, I was sick for 5.5 years. My body was really depleted. So it took a while for me to regain my independence.
Yes.
And after that, I started serving where I was. But my body was so far gone. It took a long time. The recovery took a very long time.
Oh, wow. So all this time
Yes.
you wanted to come home, but,
Of course.
but couldn't.
Yes, I wasn't able to. I wasn't able to.
And to this day, nobody knows what caused.
No, it was a mysterious illness. It was a curse of death, Winford. Because of the success, people are jealous of the success. And, our dreams have to be tested. And I'm not saying that it is God's will for any of us to be sick. But the Lord allowed it to happen. And I went from one hospital to the next. And all the results were negative. I did countless tests. I left Jamaica in a wheelchair.
Yes.
And when I went to the States, I basically lived in the IC units. It got to the point where the doctors told me my organs were functioning at the rate of a 7-year-old child. Could no longer digest water. My body weight plummeted to less than 90 pounds. I was skin and bones. All my veins collapsed. My hair fell out. My skin broke out in hives. Terrible seizures, internal bleeding, hemorrhaging. You name it, it was happening to me. It was horrible.
Wow.
Yeah, it was dark.
So is it a suspicion that you were possessed by the devil somewhat? Or?
I was attacked by the devil. It was a curse of death. Somebody went to the Obeah man and placed a curse on me. They wanted to stop me from meeting you or being able to fulfill God's purpose for my life. And these things are prevalent here. So
Yes.
the Lord allowed it though to happen.
And it took 5 years for you
5.5 years. I was sick for 5.5 years. And it took a few more years to recover. I had to learn to walk again, talk, construct straight sentences, count. Started juicing eating Gerber baby food, juicing from there, step by step, because I was helpless.
So what's the medical explanation? What do they say about your recovery?
Oh, they're totally amazed. They know that this is God's doing, because it got to the point where the doctors told me and my mother to go home, say your goodbyes. There's nothing more we can do for you. And I said, I shall not die, but live to declare the works of the Lord. So even when my body wouldn't cooperate, I continued to hold on to the promises of God for my life. And I said, I know that it's not over until God says so. So even though they gave up on me, I held on to God's promises and I kept fighting and declaring the word of God. And, it was a long process though.
And so shortly after that, after you
Yes.
you recovered, you started ministering
Yes.
in the U.S.?
Yes, in the US
where-
and other parts of the world. But I
Okay.
just didn't get the release. I've been praying and I've been asking the Lord to say, Lord, send me. I want to go back, but I didn't get the release in my spirit. And just this year, the Lord answered that prayer. He said, okay, it's time.
It's time to go back home
It's time.
to Jamaica.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
And I'm glad I obeyed, because it's just such a blessing to be here already. I see the hand of God moving,
So where are some of the places you've been in your ministry overseas?
I've been to Sweden. A few months ago, we were ministering in Sweden, in Israel, the BVI, different parts of the Caribbean, in Canada, lots of countries. We've been traveling extensively. And the message is the same, just God's love. But these testimonies that I get when people listen to the music, people who are about to commit suicide, people who are on drugs, even gunmen, some of them reached out to me. They said, your music has transformed my life. And it's so humbling, Winford, because, I'm just a vessel,
What went through your mind when your dream became reality?
Yes.
And then you saw it slipping away from you.
Oh my God, it wasn't easy. There are days when I remember laying in the hospital and I would listen to myself singing, and it sounded like a stranger singing because my tongue dripped from my head. I couldn't speak, and I'm like, that's a different Glacia. But I kept the hope alive inside of my heart. You've got to be determined. You have to be determined to fight. And when I saw my life just slip, like my life just waste before my eyes, and people actually said that this is it for you. You're not going to make it. But I kept my hope alive. And whenever I felt discouraged, because there are days when it was easier to pull the covers over my head and just breathe my last breath. But the Lord would always send somebody to encourage me or give me a song or remind me of a promise. You know, so I kept believing. I said, I know that my assignment is not yet complete. Yes.
So how long were you looking for that moment in music, for that place in music, before you got that big song in 98?
Well, honestly, I wasn't even looking for that place, so to speak, because I've been singing since 4 years old, but my passion is missions. So even before I was like known in Jamaica, I used to travel the world as a missionary, smuggling Bibles and going to the streets and the prisons, and that's my passion. I love to be, you know, out of the limelight. So that's what I was doing. And then after a trip, I went to New Zealand, came back to Jamaica, and the Lord said, okay, it's time to do the festival. And I'm like, I didn't even want to enter the festival.
It's a JCDC Gospel Festival.
Yes.
And you won that year.
And I won that year, and that changed.
And that's a song.
That's this song, yes. That
one.
Yes, Hold My Hand Today.
Yes.
Yeah.
And by then you had more songs written and wanted
because I've been writing for years, and I was actually recording for years, even before the festival.
Yes.
So when I was sick in the hospital, the other song that I released, because there were rumors of my death everywhere, and as I laid there, the Lord said, okay, now is the time to release It's Not Over Now, which was written years ago. Yes. Hold My Hand was written years ago, years before the illness. Mm-hmm. So it's as though God was preparing me for what was about to happen.
Isn't it a global hit song? So
yes, it is.
It has been
all over the world.
It is consumed in song worldwide.
Yes, definitely.
Because it doesn't even feel like it's a Jamaican song.
Not true. And that's why I didn't want to use that song as my entry, because I'm like, Lord, what kind of slow song this is?
Yes.
You know? But it has been a blessing to so many people, and I'm thankful.
And your community, where in Jamaica are you
from? Newport, Manchester, South
okay.
Manchester, yes.
And that's where you grew up to what age?
Yeah. And after I went to Beth Arbor All Age, and I went to Homewood Technical High School in Christiana. Mm-hmm. And after that, I started serving. I went to be trained as a missionary and was in full-time ministry. And, you know, I started traveling the world.
All right. And you're back. What happened since you came back home? How are people receiving you?
Oh, my God. It is so amazing. I'm just really humbled and blown away by the love, even from the secular industry. I shouldn't even say secular, but my other brothers and sisters who are not saying Jesus. It's been so wonderful. The other day I was at Tony Rebel's launch, the media launch, and I was blown away by the wealth of love and all these people. Some of them, Winford, honestly, may not even know that they know me. But a few days ago we spent the day with Ken Booth, and we were just, you know, he was just telling me how much all these people are just saying how much I mean to them and how much I've been a source of inspiration to them. And I'm like, really?
Yes.
So it's such a joy to be home and to hear it, you know.
And you had an interview with Ian Bowen.
Yes.
Since your return.
Yes. I came a few weeks ago to do the interview. But do you know what happened? That interview was initially scheduled to be recorded the day he passed.
Yes.
Initially. And there's something, and he called me and he said, you know, Glacia, I feel an urgency. We need to move this interview up. Wow. And he said to me, are you able to come to Jamaica? Can you really do that? I said, yes. And my husband, we were talking about it. And my husband said to me, you know what, you should go for a day and just come back. Go do the recording with him and come back. And I called him and I told him I'll do that. And he said, you would do that? I'm like, yes, this is a pivotal moment. And he kept saying to me, Jamaica needs this message. We need to get this done now.
Wow. Wasn't it his last interview?
Yes, I was
his very last interview.
Because we recorded on Friday, and I got on the plane, I went back home, and a few days afterwards, he was in the hospital.
Oh, my.
So, the timing.
Wow. Timing. What a story. What a journey.
What a journey.
Yeah? So you are going to be performing.
Yes.
For the first time on a Jamaican stage in 19 years.
Yes. Yes.
In your home?
In my hometown in Mandeville.
Yes,
at the Manchester High School on the 26th of December. The show is called The Experience, the I Rise edition, because I want to empower the people. Do not give up. hold on to God. A lot of people are giving up. So the first show is in Mandeville. The second one is at the Spanish Town Prison Oval on the 30th of December.
And after that, you go back home?
I'll be here for a little while because I will be ministering at the Rebel Salute as well.
Yes, we're looking forward to that. That will be special.
Oh, yes, I'm so excited.
We remember seeing Lady Saw there last year as a Christian.
Oh, yes.
She had made it as a secular artist, but she made it
as a Christian
in her first year as a Christian.
That's amazing.
And it was fantastic. She took that night, as far as I'm concerned. Wow. She took that night.
Wow, she's an
Lady Saw.
That's great.
So can you imagine what is going to happen with you down there?
Let me tell you.
Tell us about your family, your own family now.
My family,
yes. I know you're married.
Mm-hmm.
Kids?
Since you got married, no kids yet.
No kids yet?
Yes, yes.
And okay, so it's just you and your husband at the moment, and your family back in Manchester?
Yes, some of my family, my uncles, my aunts, they're there. But my mom, she's in the States. My sister's in the States. And, the family, my uncle is in Spaldings and stuff. Yeah, man.
Oh, wow.
And I'll be seeing all of them. It's such a blessing. And guess what, Winford? I will be giving back to the Spaldings Hospital. From the proceeds from the ticket sales, we'll be giving back to the Spaldings Hospital, which is the first hospital I was admitted to at the beginning of those 5.5 years of illness. So this trip is about saying thanks and giving back.
Oh. Well, Manchester, you're lucky. Your daughter is alive and well with a fantastic story, a great experience. I suspect that this show will be sold out, will be fully booked. I don't know that anyone watching us right now will stay home anywhere near there on the 26th. And when you hear her today, right here on stage, if there were any doubts left, that will be removed right away. Glacia, we're going to leave the stage for you to give us a couple of songs right now.
Oh, it's my joy.
So perhaps it's too late. It's what you say. You've waited this long for change, but all you felt down here is just pain. Time again you wonder, will things ever change? When will the answer come? This question has become your song. You've waited long enough. When will this change be? Yet still you keep holding on. Tears forever flow on. Time again you wonder, will the answer come? But a change is coming, a change is coming. I will work and I will fight, press with all my might. Emerson. broken dreams. Things can't get no harder, it seems. Life is a stress and strain. It gets harder each day. You're waiting for time to heal. The wounds you try so hard to conceal. Still you go on living on broken dreams. But a change is coming, a change is coming. I will work and I will fight, press with all my might. Yes, a change is coming. Change shall make a Jesus. Change, 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 change. We need a change right now. Yeah. Change, 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 change. Whoa, 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 whoa. We need it. We want it. We want it right now, God. Change our lives, oh God. Heal our nation, Jesus. Heal our lives, oh God. We need a change. We're desperate for the change. Change, 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 change. Don't give up. Whatever you're going through, don't give up. Change is coming, change is coming. Yeah. If you're still breathing, then God is not finished with you. Change will come one day right now. We want it now, yeah, yeah. We need it now, 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 now. We need a change, yes. Change, change. Save us right where we are, God. Heal us. Change. We call out to you for the change. Change. Heal sick bodies even now, God. Change. We need a change. My strength is surely failing as trials come both left and right. In the center, I'm now standing, not a trace of hope in sight. And if tears are only raindrops, the universe would be flooding now. So Lord, I call you today. Please don't pass me by. Hold my hand today. my steps on the way. Please hear my call for the kiss of life. It's all that I see. Please walk me through them. That's all I ask of thee. Need you, Jesus. A storm of fear now surrounds me. A failing heart is all I see. Broken dreams with painful memories. The quest for help abides with me. Still I know that you're near me, but I just need your hand in mine. So Lord, I call you today. Please hear my cry and hold my hand today. Lest I fall, guide my steps on the way. Please hear my call for the cure of this life. It's all that I see. But please walk with me, Jesus. Walk with Jamaica, Jesus. That's all I ask of thee. Hold my hand.
Well, there you have her, live on our stage. Glacia Robinson. What a performance. What a story. Stay with us. When we come back, we pray.
Surely failing as trials come both left and right. In the center, I'm now standing, not a trace of hope in sight. And if tears are only raindrops, the universe would be flooding now. So Lord, I call you today. Please don't pass me by. Hold my hand today, lest I fall. Guide my steps on the way. Please hear my call for the kiss of life. It's all that I see. Please walk me through them. It's all I ask of thee. Need you, Jesus. A storm of fear now surrounds me. A failing heart is all I see. Broken dreams painful memories, the quest for help abides with me. Still I know that you're near me, but I just need your hand in mine. So Lord, I call you today. Please hear my cry and hold my hand today. Lest I fall, guide my steps all the way. Please hear my call for the cares of this life is all that I see. But please walk with me, Jesus. Walk with Jamaica, Jesus. That's all I ask of thee. Hold my hand today. Lest I fall, guide my steps all the way. Please hear my call for the cares of this life is all that I see. But please walk with us, Jesus. We need you, Jesus. We need you, we need you, we need you. We need you. That's all I ask of thee. Please hold. Please hold. Can't live without you. Can't walk without you. Can't talk without you, Lord. Can't live. We can't live. Can't live without you. Oh God. Please hold my hand. That's all. Help us, God. Heal us, Jesus. This is our prayer, Father. Heal our land, oh God. Hear our cry, oh God. We need you. We need you. We need you, God. Please hold my hand. That's all I ask of thee. Oh yes, we need you, God. Yes. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.